building on what the international panel were talking about public engagement and communications, and also what David just mentioned about public confidence. Over the next 10 minutes, I hope to convince you that if we change the way that we talk about nuclear, both as individuals, but also as a group, as a sector, we can build public confidence and ultimately build a UK nuclear industry that the UK public is proud of. So, first thing, a quick show of hands. Please raise your hand if you think more of the public in the UK support nuclear, the use of nuclear energy, than oppose. So hands up those who think they support it. Ah, that's excellent. That's confidence in the industry. Great. I've got some good news for you. So you can see the blue line at the top. Around about 40% of the public support the use of nuclear power in the UK, and we've got about 25% that oppose it. And that leaves about 35% of people that actually they either don't know or just don't care. So this gives us two challenges. The first challenge is to try and connect with that 35% of people that don't know or don't care and help to give them an informed opinion. The second challenge is to maintain that net support and ultimately build it into an industry that the UK public is proud of. And I propose that one way we can do this is by more effectively engaging with the public. So in response to this challenge, in 2015, the Nuclear Industry Council launched the Nuclear Energy and Society Concordat for Public Engagement. And all the UK nuclear organisations that signed up to this Concordat agree to carry out public engagement according to these four principles. And public engagement is both formal engagement, so citing a geological disposal facility, a new reactor, or reacting to an incident, but it's also these informal engagements that we have with our friends, our family, you know, when we're down the pub having a drink. So these four principles, the first one is leadership commitment, which is about the industry and the organisations recognising the importance of public engagement and building it into their strategies. The second one is about best practice. So when we engage, these engagements are characterised by two-way communications. We listen and we are respectful. But when we are delivering information, we're clear, we're concise, and we're consistent. And this builds trust. The third principle is about building effective communicators. And that's about the industry putting in place the support, the training, and the opportunities to build effective communicators and allow us as the nuclear workforce to go out there and act as ambassadors. And the final one is about making a difference, putting these assessment tools in place so that we can make sure we have a positive impact. Now, NNL recognised that this Concordat was developed by leaders of industry, government, academia, trade unions. But what about the public? It's no use us going out there and saying, this is how we're going to talk to you, this is how we're going to engage. So what NNL did last year is we commissioned a series of public dialogue workshops, working in collaboration with Sellafield Limited, the Welsh Government, and Hopkins Van Mill dialogue facilitators. And we asked the public, what do you think about these principles? Are these right? Is this the way that we should be engaging with the public? And in turn, we got recommendations from the public. So you can see here, a member of the public handing recommendations to the industry to act on. And now we've got this Concordat that it really is a product of everybody, that everybody is signed up to. So if we do this right, if we engage in the right way, we can help the UK to deliver its industrial strategy. If we've got public support, we can spread the benefits of nuclear across the whole of the UK. We've also got then the political mandate to invest more money in nuclear research and development. It creates an environment for us to thrive and new businesses to grow. And it also allows us as an industry to attract the best talent because they all want to work for us. And therefore we've got a world-leading, highly skilled workforce. But there are also a lot of benefits for industry. So it allows us to forge ahead with new build, the likes of Hinkley Point C, ABWRs, AP1000s and such. But it also allows us to seriously look at new technologies, like small modular reactors, and even Generation 4. It also allows us to not only site a geological disposal facility and deal with our waste, it allows us to build a community that is proud to host this facility if we've got that support. And finally, it allows us to more effectively and efficiently decommission our legacy facilities. An example here is Trawsfynydd, which is in Snowdonia National Park in Wales, and you can see it's a beautiful area. And when this reactor ceased operations in 1991, the industry went out to the local community and said, we've got 3 options here of how we can decommission this. We want option 1. What do you want as the public? Turns out the public wanted option 2. And what the industry then did is it adapted its decommissioning strategy to address the public's concerns. And now, 25 years down the line, Trawsfynydd community actively want to be the first to host the first small modular reactor in the UK. So that shows just how beneficial it is to have this effective public engagement and build this trust. Now, what we did at NNL last year is we took examples like these positive examples. We took the UK's Concordat and its supporting materials. We took them out into Europe, specifically France, Finland, and Germany. And we assessed how these tools could be adapted for use in different cultures, different contexts, different countries. And we pooled all this experience together from the other countries to create this EU Nuclear Public Engagement Toolkit. And this is a tool that's available on the Eugenia Association website. Anybody can download it. An individual, a team, an organization, a group of organizations, a nation as a whole. And they can use this tool to develop an effective public engagement strategy. So please come and see me afterwards if you think this tool could be useful for you. So I just want to leave you with a thought about how we can contribute to this in this culture change. And I'll give you a snippet into my personal life. So in February this year, I was checking my phone and I got a Facebook message from my mum. It was on our family chat. And she posted this article about radiation levels at Fukushima. And you can see I'm asked there, what do you think of this? Because my family trust me as a nuclear professional to be able to give them an answer. And you can see this big emoji, this concern, this anxiety, this fear. And I thought, I need to use this research that I've been working on. Previously, I would have been defensive and said, oh, no, it's fine, don't worry about it. But I thought I need to be open and honest here about the challenges that the industry faces. So I talked about what was going on at Fukushima and how it is a challenge, but what we're doing to try and address that as an industry as a whole. And I picked up on a couple of the words, because this is what the public see. It says unimaginable levels of radiation. And I said, well, there's actually more radiation in an operating plant, so maybe that's the wrong word to use. And I also picked up on this 100 times lethal dose. You know, a member of the public reads that, they're thinking, whoa, what's going on here? And I said, well, we're not going to be sending people in there. People aren't going to be getting this dose. And then I thought, I saw this anxiety and fear reduce because they trust what I said. I thought I can turn this around, and I said, why do you think we know that it's 100 times a lethal dose? And I got a few puzzled looks. And I said, it's because as an industry, we've developed robots that can do this for us. We don't need to put our people at risk. And to which, you can see I'm thinking, oh, wow, that's pretty cool. That should be celebrated. So you got this big thumbs up. So we've changed from fear and anxiety to something to be celebrated. And my mum asked, is that something that you're working with robots? I said, no, but at NNL, we are working with robots. We're using robots in a different way, like what Lorraine mentioned before about separating and segregating waste. And my mum said, oh, wow, have you been involved in that? I said, no, some clever people up north have been doing that. But I thought, okay, I need to give her something to be proud about. So this was another opportunity. I could then say, well, I've been using 3D printing at our Workington facility. I've been working with University College London using their bespoke X-ray facility to redesign plant components on the Sellafield reprocessing site to make their operations more effective. And to this I get a big thumbs up. My mum's proud, my family's proud, and they go out and spread the word. So we've all got the power and the knowledge to reduce the fear and anxiety and the concerns of the public. So my challenge to you is to speak openly and honestly about our challenges, but then also turn that into pride and excitement by talking about the successes that we have, because there are a lot of them. Thank you.